now McGirt goes back to the jab. Whitaker fighting tactically in round 2, not standing toe-to-toe with Buddy as much as he did in round 1.
And Whitaker is making McGirt move the way he wants him to move. He's moving to his right.
Pernell tried to get in a left-hand shot, missed over the top of McGirt's head. Jab starting to land with regularity for Whitaker. Whitaker moving more, creating some space between himself and McGirt. And down goes Whitaker on a right hand by McGirt. That's only the 3rd knockdown of Pernell Whitaker's career.
And it was a clean knockdown. Hit with a right hand and he was down.
Absolutely. Yeah. Whitaker protests, but it looked like a solid knockdown from here. Pernell trying to come back immediately with the left hand.
This may not be good for Pernell because now he's going to try to slug, which is McGirt's game.
Even Pernell's most ardent supporters worry about when his ego will get the best of it. Puts himself in dangerous situations over and over again in recent fights. But you saw the power in McGirt's right hand.
Well, as Larry had mentioned, Buddy McGirt right now is probably about 150, 253 pounds.
Buddy McGirt is the 3rd man ever to put Whitaker on the deck as a pro. The others, Raphael Williams and also Roger Mayweather, both with right-hand punches as well.
Now listen, the guy is fighting your fight. Now here's what I want you to do. Listen, look, the guy's throwing the fucking right hand. That's your stick. Look, bang bang. As soon as he throw it, bang bang. You understand? All right. Now let me see it. And then back with the hook.
Let's take a look at the knockdown. I think McGirt, I think that Whitaker thought that punch might have landed a little bit higher on the shoulder, but it did land high on the head and the back of the head. It was not a clean shot to the jaw, which was why Whitaker was able to get up and fight well for the rest of the round.
He wasn't in any trouble at all, but it was a clean knockdown.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no justification for Whitaker to protest the call of knockdown on that one. Referee Bill Connors was right. 3rd round begins.
And we have yet to see McGirt throw an effective left hook, and we're into the 3rd round.
And you like the left hook against the southpaw,
That's
Gil, don't
exactly
you?
right. That's the way I taught all my fighters. Throw that left hand right at their elbow and then bring it back up to the chin. And again, Whitaker is making McGirt move the way he wants him to move and scoring points with that right jab now.
And this one will not be called a knockdown.
That was definitely a knockdown. A clean power punch to the side, and McGirt's glove touched the ground.
But maybe because Whitaker protested the first knockdown, Connors was of a mind not to rule this one a knockdown.
I agree with you, Gil. I thought he went down from a body punch and a loss of balance, but a punch did induce the knockdown.
It sure looks that way from here. I think we're all in agreement about that. McGirt trying to flurry again. Buddy McGirt landing a lot of power shots now in round number 3. Pernell Whitaker on the canvas twice so far in the bout. Only one of them ruled a knockdown, though the second one certainly could have been. Straight left hand for Whitaker.
Big, hard straight left hand from Whitaker.
There's a solid left shot from Whitaker. Doesn't seem to move McGirt, but the accumulation of blows like that could mean something.
Well, one on the button can mean something, too.
Put him alone in there.
I'm surprised that McGirt is not stepping over to the left and trying to bring Whitaker back in front of him.
Another left hand lands inside for Whitaker. Maybe not as heavy a blow as the one about 30 seconds ago. Buddy McGirt living on the left jab and the straight right hand, just as he did in the first fight between the two.
And again, every time Whitaker moves to his right, he scores with that right jab.
Hard right hand for McGirt, 2 hard left hands for Whitaker. They're fighting like heavyweights in there. Another sensational left hook from Whitaker. But here comes McGirt. One of the most action-filled welterweight rounds of recent years. Two supposed finesse artists trading power shots for 3 minutes. Another right hand from McGirt to punctuate the round.
Listen, he's carrying you a little too fast. Don't let him carry this fast. Here's what you do. When you get close, don't grab the guy. Just look, see, take your hands and make a sandwich out of your damn head. Just do this. Now look, listen to what I'm saying. Make a sandwich out of your fucking head. And when he fires, catch and fire back. But you don't care where you hit him. On the glove, any fucking way. He can't punch and block at the same time. And some of them punches.
Let's take a look and see if that fall down was a slip or a knockdown. Well, on second look, Gil, it did look more like a slip. He hit him in the back.
I wouldn't call it a slip because he didn't slip. But I would think what really happened was McGirt hit him with the punch and almost threw him down.
Yeah, I agree. If that punch isn't scored as a knockdown, how do you score that round? Because Whitaker landed a lot of good shots.
I gave the round to Whitaker. Whitaker is piling up points with that right jab. Anytime he keeps circling to his right, he's scoring points on Buddy. Buddy should be stepping over, trying to throw that left hook, which maybe he's not as confident of using as he said he was.
He threw a short left hand inside to begin this round. He's thrown maybe a half dozen lefts other than the jab. But they are pawing efforts so far. No snapping, devastating left hooks, but what sensational right crosses. There was another solid shot, and Whitaker wobbled again. Don't need to call that. I mean, if you can't see that, these are just great power shots. Whitaker missing just a little bit over the top, manages to paw at McGirt as McGirt falls away. Right hand for Whitaker as McGirt comes in.
And again, two technicians have become warriors.
That's because they're champions, Gil. Champions, when they face each other, often do this kind of a thing.
This has a touch of the Hagler-Hearns about it, doesn't it, Larry?
In its fashion, yes. They're champions because they're competitors.
Another rocking left from Whitaker.
That hurt McGirt.
McGirt is wobbled.
McGirt is hurt. McGirt got hurt by that left hand. No question about that.
Pernell has never been much of a finisher in this situation. He lacks that one great knockout punch. McGirt seeming to regain his senses a little bit, landed that right hand.
Took a lot of starch out of Buddy McGirt, though, Jim. Now you see that instead of throwing that right hand, he was ducking a punch that Whitaker didn't throw.
Whitaker throwing that left with more murderous intent than we've ever seen. What a right hand by McGirt.
If I was McGirt, I'd be firing that right hand to the body. That Pete is so slick and so quick, makes you miss those right hands, but he's not going to miss body punches. Throws that straight right hand downstairs.
Whitaker jabs his way out of the corner. Connect percentages for both fighters going way up in the last couple of rounds.
Harold Letterman, our unofficial official, how do you score this fight through 4 rounds?
Larry, this is a great fight. I've got it about as even as you can possibly get it. 2 rounds each, 38 to 38. I wouldn't have given Buddy McGirt an extra point for that knockdown in the second round.